What is up everyone, my name is Jasper and Q4 is finally here. Now if you've experienced this as a blogger, you know that Q4, the fourth quarter, is without a doubt the most exciting time of the year. During this quarter the RPMs are just going through the roof, people are buying a lot more stuff and we typically just see our income rise by a lot. Now this is mainly because we have days like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but also the Christmas season. In general, December is just a month where people are buying a lot more. And you can of course see that back in affiliate sales, but companies would also want a slice of that pie and they are spending a lot more on advertising. And that once again makes its way into our pocket. So this is a pretty exciting time and I thought I would optimize my sites to make the most out of it. So in my last couple of videos I've been talking a lot about the home website, which is the case study website that I've been doing on the channel here. And this site is finally at a point where I think it is time to monetize it. It's currently sitting at around 7,500 to 8,000 page views in the last 30 days. So that's a nice point where I can put ads on the site. But then I ran into a small issue. I mean, this is something I didn't really expect to run into. I've been hearing about it from other people, but it never really happened to me. And this is that I wanted to connect this site to Ezoic and I applied for the Google Ad Manager, but they rejected me. And the reasoning was low value content. Now, normally when you hear low value content, you would think to yourself that maybe the site is bad, the content is bad. But this is something that has been going on for a long while. I've been following Sean Mars's journey where he's building a $1 million business and he too ran into the very same issue. Also people like Income Bunker, he even made a great video on how to fix it by the way, but a lot of people have been running into this issue and it appears to be some sort of bug or glitch in Google. But that doesn't stop me from trying to find a workaround around it because I really want my site monetized with ads, especially during November and December. So right now we're in October, I'm recording this video a little bit early and I really want to get this fixed. So I'm going to take some time and see if I can fix the issues for this website. So the very first thing I did was check all of the mandatory pages. So these are the about page, the disclaimer page, the privacy policy, terms and conditions, contact page, stuff like that. So that's what I've checked and I expanded upon those. I even added a couple. I missed the disclaimer, the contact and even the about page, which is pretty bad. But right now the site has all. From there I went into the categories and this is I think a big part of why Google may see this as low value content. Because I currently have around 11 categories on my site. The problem is though that there's only 100 articles on the site. So even if they were divided equally amongst all the categories, that would mean like 9 articles per category. In reality though, it plays out a little bit differently. Most of the categories have like 1 or 2 articles. There's even one which has 0 articles in there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to consolidate all of these categories to make it much better and much more condensed. So right now I've done that and I compressed it into 5 categories. They all have at least 10 articles in there. So this is a much more even spread and it doesn't make one of the categories thin. Lastly, I also checked all of the content to see if there's any bad words or anything like that, or plagiarism. That wasn't the case luckily, so that is an easy check off. I really hope that fixing the categories and the mandatory pages is going to help. So I've made all the changes and I really hope that this is going to make an impact. But once again, I would like to reiterate that many people, they think that this is a bug and I am actually part of that group. This website is no different than any of my websites. But only this one has this problem. All of the others were going through just fine. So if I have to stick to the bug problem, most of the changes I made won't have an impact anyway. But that does not mean that these are not good changes. I made all of these changes because maybe it helps me get improved to the Google Ad Manager, but if not, it will still help the site. Having all of these mandatory pages and having the categories be more consolidated is still very helpful for the site overall. It may not help for this issue, but it will improve the overall quality of the website. Lastly though, I do want to mention one more thing that I ran into, and that is when I connected this one to Ezoic, I wanted to try their plugin. Typically I always place the placeholders myself, but I think letting the plugin do it is much better. So I installed a plugin, I did everything, and it just keeps getting stuck at this one screen. It keeps getting stuck at generating placeholders, please wait. I've been waiting for literally 48 hours right now. I'm pre-recording this video, but I've been working on this issue a little earlier. It just doesn't generate them. So I deleted the plugin, I reinstalled it, I deleted it again, reinstalled it. Every time I reinstall a plugin, I keep getting stuck at this screen. So right now I'm going to contact my account manager over at Ezoic to see what's going on, because when I finally get accepted into Google Ad Manager, I do want the placeholders to be there. I don't really want to set them up myself. I will just let the plugin do the work, but if the plugin doesn't work, yeah, that's a new problem. So those are the changes I'm making to the home site, but there's a couple of other sites that I own, and one that still has a pretty major improvement opportunity is the Dutch beauty website. Now this is a site that pretty much has all best X for Y content. Typically I don't really write this anymore, but back at the time this was working really well for my English beauty site. That one got slammed though, but the Dutch beauty site, even though it has the same sort of content, it never really got hit. So this one is still very steady, and it brings in the same number of page views for like 2 years, for a little over 2 years now. But the one thing I have been holding off on doing for whatever reason is adding affiliate links. Every article on this website is a best X for Y. It has places where I can put affiliate links, but there are simply none. And that's something I want to change, because it's literally just leaving money on the table. The links are already there. I'm already linking to all of these companies and products, but I just don't have an affiliate link in there. So what I did is I applied to one of the big brands in my niche, but they sadly rejected me. The reasoning for it was that I had no contact page or no about page, which is, I feel like, is a recurring theme so far in this video. So they said to me that if I added those, they would then accept me. So I added them, I reapplied, and would you have it, I was rejected once again. For the very same reason or whatever. It seems like almost an automated message. It didn't feel like an automated message, but for whatever reason, I'm just getting rejected for the same thing. So I've talked with someone that has experience with the affiliate network there, and he said that creating links there is a nightmare. It's a disaster. So I decided to just leave them be. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to Amazon.nl or Bol.com. I'm kind of debating between the two. Bol.com is literally just the Amazon of the Netherlands. I feel like it still has a little bit more credibility and is used more than Amazon itself, but both offer extremely good commission percentages. I believe they start at the bottom of like 7%. So it is really nice if I could get this to work. And I mean, the traffic is already there. Everything is already set up. I just need to add the affiliate tag to all of the links. And getting 7% commission on potentially a couple of sales here and there, it will definitely add up, and it could potentially even lead to double income for this particular site. But those are really the two sites where I see an obvious point of improvement. I mean, adding ads and adding affiliate links is as simple as it gets in our business. But I do have a couple of more sites. Let's just quickly go over those. The English beauty site, I just touched on it. It has jumped back in traffic, so I'll just put up a screenshot on the screen right now. You can see what a rocky road it's currently in. I really hope it stays steady, because last year I had the same traffic numbers as we're at right now, and the site made around $2,000. I really hope that it could stay that way, but looking at the history of the last couple of months, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, especially because I do think there's a major Google update waiting for us, at least one more this year. So I'm not really sure if this traffic trend is going to continue. If it does, it's going to be amazing. But other than that, I don't really think I can do anything for the site anyway. But that just brings me to the accessory site. And this is one of the projects that it went so well. And then it just dropped. And right now I'm sitting at like 70% less traffic. But as I mentioned, I am actually really hoping that there is going to be one more Google update. I really hope that it's going to be there and it's going to revert some of the changes from the helpful content update and the September core update. If that happens, then this site will be in for a very nice fourth quarter. Now, I don't want to get my hopes up too high, because it could just as well not happen. I mean, I think it's even more likely to just not happen. But I do have some hope for it. So in the meantime, for this site, I'm not really going to focus on monetization. In fact, I'm actually going to decrease the number of ads on the site. I think right now it's absolutely horrible what SEO is doing to this site. It's slowing it down. My page speed insight score is like 42. I mean, that is not good. So I'm going to be working on that, and I'm mainly just going to be working on the site itself. So no focus on monetization. I'm just going to focus on new content, improving the old content, and then any of these structural issues. So I consolidated the categories just as I did for the home website just now. So I've done that a couple of weeks ago for this site as well. I've added all of the mandatory pages. Right now I'm really just going through all of the technical stuff. Maybe I can do something with the images, make them smaller so that they load faster. I'm just really going to be trying and optimize every single aspect of this website. And the guide that I'm really following for this is called the kitchen sink method. I'll try to leave a link in the description down below. It's kind of like a method where you don't know what is causing your site to drop, because I really don't know. And many of the people I actually reached out to, they don't know either. But the kitchen sink method is basically a method you can apply if you do not know why your site is falling, but you want to recover it. So you just basically fix every single aspect that there is in the hopes that one of these is the one that was causing the problems in the first place. So I'm going to just try and improve the site in its entirety. That's what I'm be working on. Of course, I still have a large order with rewrite blog posts outstanding, so I don't have to pay for any more articles, but I still have like 40 articles that I can publish to the site. So this site, it's just going to steadily be growing and hopefully improving in quality, and hopefully Google will see that and give me back my rankings. Lastly, I also have a boating site, and this site is basically, it's really getting towards its end. Now the fourth quarter is of course during the winter months. The boating site is super seasonal with its peak in the summer and its low point in the winter. I can optimize some stuff maybe here and there that can lead to a 10% increase. But this site makes like $20 to $30 a month during November or December. So I can spend a lot of time improving, but it would only net me like $2 or $3 extra. I don't think that's worth it. My effort is going to go into the home site and the accessory site. And yeah, that's really my plan, to try and optimize as much as I can for the fourth quarter. There are two very obvious quick wins that I can do, like the affiliate links and the ads on the home site. And other than that, I'm just going to try and hopefully, I'm just going to do my best to see if the accessory site can get some of its traffic or all of its traffic back before the end of the fourth quarter. Without further ado though, I really want to thank all of you for watching. Maybe you found some pointers that you can apply to your own sites. And other than that, if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.